Hello, and welcome here tonight. Season number 2 of the Platinum Truck Series, race number 8, here at the Tricky Triangle Pocono Raceway here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. Hope you guys all having a great night here. Platinum Truck Series here on your Wednesday night Pocono Raceway. It's going to be a fun one. 55 laps here tonight around the Pocono Raceway. Looking a little bit ahead. This week is a week packed full of racing. We got coming up Saturday, Thunder at Daytona. Sunday, we got Rogue Racing League at the Eldora Dirt Track with their Rogue Shootout. Monday will be at Dover with the Inspired Cup Series. Hot Fuel Tuesday at Martinsville. And then back at Martinsville again for the Platinum Truck Series next week. So we got a great week of racing, let me tell you what. But let's take a look at our race info. Oops, that didn't work. We're supposed to have that here. Come on, there we go. And it did not load the Platinum Truck logo. Copy that. Well, here in the Inspired Racing League, the Platinum Truck Series, here at Pocono, the 2.5 mile Tricky Triangle, 1,870 feet of elevation, 55 mile an hour pit speed road limit. 70 degrees out in the air temp, 76 there on the track. So, curious to see what that's going to be like. 11 mile an hour to the northwest. Fixed setups here. 3 additional sets of tires. The NASCAR Truck Series, 100% fuel load. Once again, Greg Thielsen up in the booth. It looks like iRacing may have had an issue. Yes, it did. So, I'm going to have to reload that. I'm having some technical issues today. It's not giving me any issues except for, let's see, I'm going to be right back though. We will be right back. Alright guys, we are here. Sorry about that. We're going to wait. Trying to load back into iRacing. iRacing just had a big crash on me. Not quite sure why. Trying to get that loaded back up right now. Back into the session. They are still in practice right now. Got a few minutes left in practice. So sorry. We're kind of sitting here at this be right back screen, but I'm doing the best that I can to get it rolling. Yeah, fortunately, we had an update today. It downloaded good. It was working earlier, but I've been having quite a few issues this last hour Trying to get it working right. Not sure what's going on. Looks like the stream's going well. I don't see any drop frames. No. Nothing wrong with the bit rate. Looks like the stream's stable. So that is good. Here and up with the stream. But iRacing not cooperating with me today. I'll tell you what. And I went and emptied like 20 gigabytes of data for this today. Just to make sure I had that extra space. I don't know what quite is going on, but I'm having a big issue. I might have to withdraw real quick. Nope. Get back in. Let's go. We're going to try launching this one more time. Try to get back into this session. Yeah, it's always the update. iRacing and their updates. Definitely not always working with me, but tonight we're going to have a Mad Performance Paints giveaway. So shout out to them. If you can correctly guess the winner by lap 27 of our scheduled 55 laps tonight, gonna be a lucky winner taking home a Mad Performance Paints livery here tonight, possibly. If we can get a winning guess for that winner here tonight. We do have iRacing loading back up currently. Hopefully it populates correctly. Yeah, I already updated. The update was complete. It's just not connecting. Connects to the server, then just says no. All right, hello. We are back here at the Tricky Triangle Pocono Raceway. So sorry about that. iRacing was giving me a big issue. It wouldn't load into the server. Got stuck up like 3 times on me, but it looks like we are currently back. And we see trucks out there making their qualifying starts here today. So qualifying has begun here. Few trucks already getting that complete. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit of a scramble, making sure everything is right. Looks like, I don't know if that's me blinking. No, because got this 51 truck nice and clear. Kurt Gibson. No stutters, no missed beats at all. So I am not sure. Take a look over the Jagger Glover, number 33. He's taking a big blink. I don't know if that was me. Again, hopefully not. No, qualifying. Coming to a close. So we are about to kick this thing off. So sorry about that, guys. Again, let's look at that starting info here tonight. Remember, we are picking the winner here tonight for that Mad Performance Paints giveaway. And now the Platinum Truck Series logo wants to load up. Awesome. Awesome, but we're going to hide that real quick because we ain't got no time for it. Let's see our starting grid here tonight. Hayden Williams, Caden Perkins, going to be starting us off on the front row here. Row number 2, Levi Ramsey, Mike Hauser starting off out there in the second row. Austin Hunn and Josh Henderson, row number 3. Dawson Kemp and Chris Lyotta rolling off row number 4 here. Peyton Boyle, Elijah Fisher rounding out our top 10. Row number 5. Row 6, we got Justin Greenlee and Tristan, I'm not going to pronounce that one. Kurt Gibson and Jackson Hadaway going to be rolling off row number 7. Jagger Glover, Travis Farmer, row number 8. You guys all having a great Wednesday. Sean Hamilton, Bobby Hadaway, row number 9. Rounding out our top 20, William Carter, Trent Green, row number 10. And here in row 11, Carter Schwab, Timothy Neckerbecky. Row 12, Paul Cox and Aaron Stanton. Ty Wilson and Bobby Holloman starting off back in row number 13. Row 14 is going to be Matthew Scott and Carson Collins. Rob Willite rounding out row 15 there in P29 in that number 15 machine. The field starting to make their way off to that green flag. Getting Hayden Williams out in front. You're going to be starting off on the pole. Caden Perkins there in second. It's going to be a great race here at Michigan. Hope you guys all having a great Wednesday. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, and of course, Mad Performance Paints. Be sure that you do get that vote out in the Inspired iRacing League chat on their YouTube. Go over there. We are multi-streaming live over here on the Push Edge Productions YouTube. Also live over on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube as well. So make sure you stop over there, hop in the chat, and vote for who you think is going to be the winner. Put in the driver's name, the driver's number. Just let us know who you think going to come home the winner here tonight in Pocono with the Inspired Racing League and the Platinum Truck Series. Lights still out on the pace car, so we're going to go around one more time. But definitely get those votes in. Only till lap 27 to make that happen. It's a short one here tonight. 55 laps around the 2-mile tricky triangle here at Pocono Raceway. Look at that championship points, how they sit right now. Trent Jones, the winner in the last few of these Platinum Truck Series races. 5 wins this season. Mike Hauser sitting in second. Austin Hunn, Jordan Herring, Peyton Boyle, Chris Lyotta, Elijah Fisher, Josh Henderson, Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams, Justin Greenlee, Dawson Kemp, Jeffrey Peppers, Jackson Hadaway, Daniel Lehman, Ty Wilson, Levi Ramsey, Thomas Hernandez, Trent Green, and Tyler Evans, your top 20 in the championship points here in the Platinum Truck Series. Good look at some of those stats, just about how many top 10s, how many top 5s your favorite driver has had so far this season. But Hayden Williams in that one machine taking us off back to a green flag. Once again, this time by Caden Perkins, that 54 to the outside row. Take a little look at that top 10 here with our little driver profile with their cars next to them. Hayden Perkins, Hayden Williams, Levi Ramsey, Mike Hauser, Austin Hunn, Josh Henderson, Dawson Kemp, Chris Lyotta, Peyton Boyle, and Elijah Fisher as we get ready to go back green flag racing, or start off green flag racing, I should say. That pace car Gonna dive down after we make it off of turn 3 here into the pit lane. And we are gonna get this Pocono Raceway race started here tonight. Want to say big shout out to Emma out in the chat. Harvick to win. Scott, what's up, buddy? Hunty Wild out there. Teresa, I saw you as well. Elijah Fisher, Rob, Caged Ego. Eric Rammer, what's up, buddy? Necrobecky out there, I saw you as well. Caitlin stopped by already. Thank you guys. All here with us live. But green flag is out here at Pocono. And we are racing with the Platinum Truck Series. Inspired Racing League. Down into turn 1. Side by side, they go out in front. The field still pretty double file throughout the field. Might take a few laps to get single filed out here. A big blink by that number 17, Josh Henderson, as we make it through turn number 1. Not quite 3 wide yet. 2 wide still through the majority of the field right now. Oh no, the 69 coming around Chris Lyotta. Oh no, another car, Bobby Holloman. The 48 involved as well. Yellow flag is out for the first time here tonight. Let's take a look. We're going to see the 48 kind of gets involved later on. Let's take a look up here at that 69. Let's back it up. Let's see what happened. I think that was the net code from the car in front of him, but I really don't know from that 17. But I can't be quite sure there. Really quite can't tell, but coming in for a little bit of a late hit here, unfortunately. Sliding in that 48 of Holloman. Such bad luck here early there for him. Not what you want to see early for that 48 machine. Take a look where that 69 ended up. He's making his way back to pit road to get some work done. His machine also heavily damaged. Oh, coming to a slide and stop there. Coming to pit road. First caution flag out for the night a little bit early. Might have adjusted that brake bias a little too much there, Hunty. I'm not sure, but I do think that big blink from the 17 may have been a cause there. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to say that is the reason, but kind of looked like it may have had something to do there with that one. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side. We will be right back. Back here at the Tricky Triangle, Pocono Raceway here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. Lights still out there on the pace car. We're going to go one more time around here under pace laps. So who you got to win this thing here tonight? I don't know, Trent Jones and that 45 been pretty strong here this season in the trucks. But who you got? Make sure you get your pick in before lap number 27 for your chance to win a Mad Performance Paints livery here in the Mad Performance Paints giveaway. Lap number 27, the cutoff. Pick who is going to win. That's what we got. And let's take a look where those championship 5 are out there. Looks like the 45 not making it here tonight. Looks like Trent Jones not with us here in the Platinum Truck Series tonight in Pocono. The 43, Mike Hauser, sitting up in second. Looks like all the top 5 in the championship that are here in the top 10 on the track. Austin Hun up in 4th. So he's doing very good. Peyton Boyle up to 8th in that number 3 machine. And Jordan Herring not able to make it as well in that 72 hot rod. That 72 truck not here tonight. Few drivers kind of sharing that same boat here. I hope everything sounds good, looks good. We're doing a little bit something different. We're multi-streaming once again. Started back with a new platform to multi-stream. So we are live over on the Push Edge Productions YouTube. And if you want access to that giveaway, make sure you go over, check out the Inspired iRacing League YouTube as well. Here with the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. We're about to get this thing back fired up here. Hauser out front. That 43 machine, Caden Perkins in that 54 up front as well. Going to be leading us back to the green flag. Austin Hun, Hayden Williams, Josh Henderson, your top 5 currently as they sit, making it through turn number 2. We are about to go back racing here at Pocono. Once again, a stacked week of racing. It's going to be a fun one coming here starting Saturday. We're going to head over to Daytona. 50 laps with the Thunder Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Sunday, we head to Eldora with the Rogue Racing League. Some Truck Series dirt racing. Sunday, that's going to be fun. Monday, we head over to Dover with the Cup Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Packed weekend of racing here with Push Edge Productions. But we are back green flag racing. Restart number 1 is out in the air. The field pretty early, starting to get pretty single file here. Up front at least. Saw another big blink from that 17 of Josh Henderson. Out in front, Caden Perkins in that 54 was able to pull out in front. Looks like that 95 of Austin Hun able to come up and scoop that second position. Hauser back to 3rd. Williams back in 4th. Levi Ramsey back in 5th right now. Battling with that Hayden Williams number 1 there side by side. Down the back straightaway. Quite a few battling parties out here on the racetrack right now. Really starting to race each other. A little bit of contact with that outside wall for somebody. The field down into turn 1. A lot of single file now. Looking for clean air. A little bit of double file through the field. Just a little bit. A lot of drivers trying to search for that clean air. Hold on to that track position. Start ticking away with some of those laps here. Already on lap number 6. So we almost got 20 laps to go for your pick in the giveaway tonight. Make sure you head over Inspired iRacing League. Join in on the chat. Type in your driver's name or number. Get that pick in for who's going to win here tonight. Caden Perkins in that 54 up front. Moving around quite a bit. Trying to protect that lead position from that 95 of Austin Hun. As he's up front, quite a bit of single file now. The majority of that lead group all the way back to about 13th, 14th, 15th here. Looking back at Jagger, Glover, Sean Hamilton back in 17th back here. That bright green W machine there, that 61. All starting to get single file. Ty Wilson back here in the 55 Rockstar Energy machine as well. Carter Schwab just behind him. There in the 63, looking to the inside just a little bit, trying to capture that clean air. Look, hop on board here with that 63 of Carter Schwab just for a moment. Take a look at that telemetry. Just a little bit, 183. Saw it hit at 184 just before he lifted off that throttle. Get that truck settled in here at turn number 1. Nice and turning back on that gas, accelerating down the Long Pond Straight. Here down into turn number 2, down that almost second straightaway. Here on the tricky triangle, little bit of a less turn there for 2. Get that car back settled, back on the gas. We see a lot of these cars starting to get spread out quite a bit. This racing gonna start getting really tight here. About 145, 143 there at a minimum speed coming off of turn 3. And down that front, long front straightaway. Great look from outside his race car though. Little hop on board inside that number 63 as well. See a little bit of action out in front. That 83 William Carter lets that Ty Wilson 55 machine jump out in front of him there. Jumping back out front, Caden Perkins, that 54, 3/10 of a second lead is what he has built up right now. Back to that 95 of Austin Hunn. We do see a lot of single file. The field has, for the majority, got back single file. We see a few side-by-side battles as we work up the front stretch. We see that 17 being one of them, almost. See that Peyton Boyle, number 3. And the 34, Tristan H, I'm going to call him. Battling it out here. Trying to get alongside that number 3 Goodwrench machine of Peyton Boyle. Currently sitting up in 9th. Started back in 12th here for this number 34. Down to the inside. Trying to make that USA sponsored machine get past that number 3. Trying to do everything that he can right now to get it done. Big moment. Loose off of turn 3. Yellow flag. Yellow flag has come out. Looks like Bobby Hadaway, Trent Green, gonna be involved here in this one. Let's take a look here on this one. Oh no, Hadaway in that 52 up the racetrack. Hard contact for both that 07 of Trent Green and Bobby Hadaway in that 52. Let's take one look back at it. The 07 of Trent Green up on the top side. Kind of watching from that bottom. The 52 there as well. Oh no. Oh, hard contact for both of those drivers. Wow, that was really hard. I must say, one more look here at that from one more angle. Fortunately, Bobby Hadaway, Trent Green, caution flag. Number 2 out here. Oh, boy. Yeah, a very hard hit for both of those drivers. And no fast repairs. That may be race ending for both of them, unfortunately. The field making their way up the front straightaway. Yellow flag is out. A few drivers electing to take their way down to pit road, it looks like. Like Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Josh Henderson. See who else. Matthew Scott, Sean Hamilton, Bobby Hadaway. Paul Cox, all finding themselves all down pit road there. Race off of pit lane, that 17 able to beat him off there. Quite a few of those drivers making their way back out to that racetrack. I love that purple number 16 there for Elijah Fisher. That thing will catch your eye. Tell you what. One more lap, pacing. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side one more time. We shall be right back. Back here at the Tricky Triangle, Pocono Speedway, the drivers about to get back double file here. Want to give a big shout out everybody out here live with us. I see Little Skittle out there. Appreciate you stopping by. I saw Cody Jacobs stopping by. Mr. NASCAR 426 as well. 2 Plus TTV stopping by. Also, big thank you. Emma out there as always chatting it up. I appreciate you guys so much. Take a look at our top 10 as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Caden Perkins, Austin Hunt going to lead us to green flag. Levi Ramsey, Hayden Williams, Tristan H.I., Peyton Boyle, Justin Greenlee, Kurt Gibson, Jagger Glover, and Ty Wilson, your top 10, leading us back to this green flag here. Second caution flag out so far for the night here. A little early, 13 laps complete so far of our 55. James McKeon out in the chat. Let's go, Tristan, he says. I see you guys stopping by saying who you want to win. Let's see who you got to vote for that Mad Performance Paints giveaway. Make sure you tell us you're voting for them to win. Name that driver, give us their number. Let us know it's your giveaway pick. And enter to win. Got until lap 27, and those laps are ticking away, so get that pick in. If you win and you're not a driver, you're able to pick one of these drivers and design a paint for them. Your favorite driver, if you so may like. If you are a driver, you can claim it for yourself or gift it to somebody else. So make sure you hop in the chat. Pick your driver to win tonight. But we are back. Green flag racing here at Pocono. Big shout out Mad Performance Paints for the giveaway and providing that service to the community. Thank you very much. Out front though, side by side, Austin Hunt down on the bottom of that 54 of Caden Perkins. That Hasbro 54 is looking very strong as he makes his way off a 1. Austin Hunt has to fall back to third. Some hiccups. Wow. Levi Ramsey up to second. A big help to that 54 Caden Perkins. Giving a big bump down that Long Pond straight. Taking a little look back through our top 10. We almost see some 3 wide action. That's Jackson Hadaway in the 7. The 43 of Mike Hauser. That 63 of Carter Schwab. A lot of good racing going on right now. Tell you what. That Kubota 63 of Carter Schwab having a pretty good night. Looks like he's up 11 spot up in the top 10. Sitting there in 10th. Started back at 21st. Jackson Hadaway, that 7, all over that rear deck lid, though. I'll tell you what. I thought for a moment they were definitely going to make contact but they did not. He's got the help of the 13, Travis Farmer, from behind him as he dives down to that inside in front of that 63 there, Carter Schwab. Some good racing happening up here. Up front, some more good racing. See Peyton Boyle in that 3 machine. He's starting to have himself quite the battle as well. Trying to get around that 34 Tristan H.I. Not going to pronounce that one. I got to ask him. A look anew, I believe, but that's my best guess, and I'm not going to say it until I get confirmation. Because that is a tough one. 16 laps complete. Coming to 17 laps in the books. That's only 10 to go to get your vote in, so make sure you're keeping an eye out on that. Let's take a look how that 95, or that 6 right now, has been faring. It looks like not so well, so actually we're going to kind of hold on that one for a moment. Let's not do what I was just about to do. Actually take a look. Here, that battle between the 6 and the 95. Austin Hunt back there in third, trying to find his way around this 6 of Levi Ramsey. Kind of matched pace right now as we take a look at that head-to-head graphic. Very close in speed over the last 2 laps that we've been green. So interested to take a look. A great graphic to really get you to know where the drivers are sitting out there right now. And how they're doing over the average of the last 5 laps. Really tells you a story how those trucks are doing. Looks like Levi's able to pull a little bit ahead of that 95 right now. A little bit more battling happening back here. Oh, we see a big motion from that 70 machine. That was Justin Greenlee sitting back in 8th right now. He's also up 3 spots. Taking a look at the board. A lot of movers and shakers up and down the list there. See if we can find our biggest mover right now. We do. And that is that number 55 machine. That's Ty Wilson. Good to see that 55 Rockstar Energy machine moving up the field as we make our way through this race. 18 laps complete now. We are under 10 laps to go to get that vote in. So make sure you're out there picking who you think's going to win tonight for your chance to win that Mad Performance Paints livery there in our Mad Performance Paints giveaway. James out there voting for Tristan. Good to see. Good to see some guys getting out their votes. Make sure you join them. And if you want a chance of that, make sure you got to be in the Inspired iRacing League chat. That's where the votes will count. You can't go and enter on the Push to Edge Productions YouTube chat. So I'm sorry about that. If you want to chat, hop over here with the Inspired iRacing League over here on YouTube. Get in the chat. Get your vote submitted, because those laps are ticking away. And you are choosing for who is going to win tonight at the end of this race. And you got to lap 27. And taking a look, laps are ticking away. Lap number 20 already. Kind of getting to that first longer green flag run here. I don't want to jinx it with the commentator curse, but we're starting to have a start of our green flag run here. I love to see it. Drivers definitely doing a great job out here tonight. Quite a few battles still happening throughout the field. You see 1 or 2 drivers peek their nose out down the back stretch or that long pond straight, or even on the front stretch, because you kind of got 3 straightaways here on the tricky triangle. Only 3 turns here at Pocono. One of NASCAR's most unique racetracks, I'll tell you what. coming across that start-finish line. 21 laps complete. A lot of single file now. The field trying to get these laps in here tonight. 2 early cautions. You definitely want to make it to the end. So these drivers taking care of their stuff. Got to pick off one by one right now. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a top 10 rundown real quick. Looking at that 54 out in front. That's Caden Perkins. Up there in the top 10. Austin Hunt just behind, about 2/10 back in that 95 machine. That's the 4DRacewear.com number 95. Jump back a little bit farther. We got that snap-on number 1 of Hayden Williams. Started up on that pole, currently back in 3rd, so we know that that number 1's got a fast race truck. Up 8 spots, Tristan H. Haluk there in the 34 machine. Our first driver not from America, so that a Japanese flag. I'm not sure if that is correct, but that's pretty cool. Japanese descent there for that 39 machine. The 3 of Peyton Boyle rounding out our top 5 in that good wrench machine. He started back in 9th. He's up 4 spots. Having a good one. He's looking down low to that 34 as well. Lets him by. Jumps back there in line. That's what you really love to see. Now that is drivers working together to get it done. Oh, unfortunately, a little bit of tight there coming off a 3, the 34 in the wall. But jumping a little farther back, the 51, Kurt Gibson sitting back in 6th position. Travis Farmer back in 7th. Mike Hauser in the 43. That's a Sim Speed Shop number 43 there. He's back in 8th place. Take one step back to that 9th position. That's that 16 of Elijah Fisher. Can't entirely tell. It's the Twin Cities something. Twin Cities something. I'm thinking it's the baseball teams. I forget who the Minnesota team is, so not going to butcher that one and get that wrong. Sorry, Elijah. But rounding out that top 10 here, Justin Greenlee. Started back in 11th. He's up 1 spot to break in to your top 10. And that is a rundown of your top 10. How they currently sit. Out in front, Caden Perkins in that 54, still leading the 95 of Austin Hunt as well. But while we got a moment, we are green flag. Let's hear the sights and the sounds here of the Inspired Racing League. Let's listen to these platinum trucks and all of the sights and sounds. Let's crank it up. And thank you guys. Little bit of a crank it up. I appreciate you guys hanging out here tonight. And I did get confirmation that number 16 rocking a Minnesota Twins paint job here tonight. So I didn't want to butcher it, so I wasn't going to guess incorrectly. I'll tell you what. But let's look. We are here at lap 26. This is your last shot. It is your last shot. Get your pick in for tonight's winner. Who is going to win for your chance to win a Mad Performance Paints livery here? Get to pick it, design it yourself. If you're not a driver, just a fan, still make a pick. Maybe give it to your favorite driver. Design one of their paint jobs that they'll be able to get to run. That's pretty cool opportunity there for a fan. And again, if two matching votes, two people pick the same person, that will cancel each other out. So try to pick some different votes, but I completely understand. If you pick the same person, that will cancel out though. And my pick, I'm going to go with that leader, Caden Perkins. Excuse me. They're in that 54. He's out front. I have seen him race in a few other leagues as well. So, I'm going to pick that 54. "28 laps remaining here in Pocono." Oh, you picked the 54. Okay, I'll pick somebody else. I got you. Alright, I got you. Right here. Here's my pick. We're going to go with that good wrench. Looking like the Intimidator out here. Peyton, the Intimidator Boyle here in the good wrench number 3. That's what we're going to do. That scheme just hits so close to home. I love that paint job. The black, red, and gray. Been one of the main colorways here for Push the Edge. So that's what I'm going to go with. At number 3 of Peyton Boyle. Let's go. But 27 laps to go. Guess what that means? We are done. Votes are over. Lap 29 has already come to a close. Oh, Cody picked him. Okay. I'm just picking somebody everybody picked. Let's go. All right, we're going to go. We're going to go with the 61, Sean Hamilton. He's going to come back from that 16th position, that W chrome green. That thing definitely going to catch your eye here tonight. I'll tell you what. Caught my eye. A time or two, I'll tell you what. Because that is one slick-looking hot rod right there. "26 laps remaining here at Pocono." The racing has been pretty good. We're getting a little bit strung out right now as we begin to work our way to the end of the race here. A lot of cars starting to make some pit stops. Taking a look, Jagger Glover here in that 33 making possibly a scheduled green flag pit stop there. Leaders still pretty packed together right now. They're all pretty well in a group out in front. Caden Perkins in that 54 still doing that. All right, no one else picked him. I gotcha. That one will stick. Side by side, that is that number 1 machine of Hayden Williams. Side by side with that 34. And then he got side by side now up with Mike Hauser in the 43. I think he likes the 3s and 4s and being side by side with them in that number 1. I don't know. Maybe. No, that's just a coincidence. I'll tell you what. And that is just comedy. Dry comedy, but hey, you know. 25 laps to go. I hope you got a little chuckle out of that. I hope. A little bit. Green flag pit stops for the one of Hayden Williams. Peyton Boyle making his way down the 34. Tristan finding his way down to pit road as well. Looks like Paul Cox had some kind of issue. See if we can find out what happened there. Not sure what happened with that machine. But quite a few of these drivers starting to make some pit stops here. And that is front runner drivers as well. Yeah, as Teresa said, definitely don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're sharing this stream out to your friends. Hitting that like button helps us so much. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to find if we can find out what happened to Cox here, but it's not showing me. That battle for the race lead, though. Farmer in the 13. The first driver to overcome that race lead right now. Out in front of that 54. The 43 following him through. Mike Hauser up to second. I do not see what happened to Paul Cox. Fortunately, can't find that out, but some good side-by-side. Hauser out on that outside in the 43 machine. Whereas Caden Perkins down on the inside in that 54, the 33. He is scored a lap down. So that first driver a lap down back in 19th. Right behind these race leaders. But that new race leader out front, Travis Farmer, looked like Glover got a real good run down to that bottom. Pulling to that deep inside there. Trying to get around these front runners and work and get that lap back just in case this caution happens. He'll get the free pass right now. But he doesn't have to worry about that if he gets out in front of him. Trying to battle past this 43 there, Mike Hauser right now. 22 laps remaining as we come down that front straightaway. Those lead lap cars working together to try to make something happen. That 33 of Glover down there to the inside. Alongside that 13 of Travis Farmer, your race leader right now. Able to get that spot back on the race lead lap right now. That 33, that move may come in handy a little bit later. Who knows? That may be a race deciding move. Getting that lap back here under green flag. But this is your new race leader, that 13 of Travis Farmer right now. Started back, all the way back in 16th, up 15 spots right now. He's joined by William Carter in that. Oh no, your race leader diving down to pit road. Into pit road goes Travis Farmer. And that 13 now, Mike Hauser out in front in that 43 machine. Coming to about 20 to go. Appreciate you guys stopping by once again. Big shout out Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy. Thank you very much. And Mad Performance Paints. Appreciate everything that you guys do for the Inspired Racing League. Of course, it is Greg Thielsen up in the booth bringing you all the action here with the Inspired Racing League. Monday with the Cup Series. Wednesday here, excuse me, with the Platinum Truck Series. And then Saturday, we got the Thunder Series. Racing all week long. Tuesdays, check us out over with the Hot Fuel Racing League. They're a short track league. Also, coming back Sunday, Rogue Racing League. Coming back. We're racing trucks this season. So much like the Platinum Truck Series, we are going trucking. Truck yeah. Super excited to see Sunday, a dirt race. A little non-points special event. And I'm super excited to see that one. Love me some dirt racing, I'll tell you what. Heading for a double feature Tuesday with Hot Fuel as well. Checking those notes. That's going to be a double feature at Martinsville with the late model stocks. So that's going to be a fun one. We change up the combination every single week with them. A new car, new track. So that's always a fun one. Austin Hunt, though, in that 9540 Raceware.com machine, he's worked his way up to the podium provisionally as we sit right now. They were to throw the checkered on the podium, up in third spot, just behind that 61. Now the 61, your biggest mover, up 15 spots. That's Sean Hamilton, W machine. Pit stop still to be completed, quite possibly. It looks like Hauser last pitted back on lap 11 out in front in that 43. 12 seconds back. We've got this 61 of Sean Hamilton. He as well last pit there on lap 11. Jumping back to third, we got that number 3 of Peyton Boyle. He last pit there on lap 31. Austin Hunt back to fourth. Looks like that 3's on a charge there. We look through the field. Austin Hunt, that 95. He last pitted on lap 30. The 16 pitting on lap 29 there for Elijah Fisher. And then that number 1 of Hayden Williams pitted lap 31. So they all kind of pitted lap 30, 31, 35 for Farmer in the 13. 35 as well for the 83 of Carter. Let's see what else we can look at. Almost 15 laps to go as well. So that is going to be a good one. A lot of drivers moving up and down the field. Taking a look here at our biggest mover right now. Sean Hamilton in that W machine having a pretty good night right now. Looking pretty good at it as well. I must say that chrome green, definitely a eye-catching choice. I don't know if it'd be my choice, but hey, definitely a eye-catching machine there tonight. And that is for sure. 15 laps to go as that race leader, Mike Hauser, in that number 43 machine, crosses the line this time. Only 15 to go. Really curious. This strategy, quite a bit shaken up. I know he's using that 33 for every bit of draft that he can right now. Trying to save every bit of fuel that he can. But how long can these drivers push it? Last pitting on lap 11. Can they make it to the end? That's the question. And will it work? Because taking a look back, Mike Hauser out in the lead, 11-second back. We got the 61 of Sean Hamilton. And then 18 seconds back from him, we have that group of the number 3, Peyton Boyle, the 1 of Hayden Williams, the 95, Austin Hunt, and that 16 of Elijah Fisher. And then that early race leader, Caden Perkins, not coming out on the better end of the stick of that one. He's back to 7th, down 5 spots. So not what he wanted to see back here in the back of this group here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. A lot of good racing here still happening. Let's see where our best battles right now. The battle for 12th currently. That's Ty Wilson and Greenlee. Also, we got that battle for 3rd. It looks like Peyton Boyle battling with Hayden Williams right now. That is our closest battle. They go side by side down into the tunnel turn. That number 3 out in front of that 1 of Hayden Williams right now. That snap-on machine versus Goodwrench. Pretty exciting battle here. $13 to go. Green flag pit stop still commencing. Just saw another driver taking himself down pit road. That was the 48 of Holloman right there. Bobby Holloman found his way down to pit lane. Take a look from the back of our running order that's still running. Up in 21st, Tristan Holak. Carter Schwab in the 63 up in 20th. William Carter in that 83 back in 19th. Jagger Glover just ahead of him there in 18th. So it does look like the 2 race leaders coming down pit road. Yeah, I didn't think that they could make it all the way. The 43 of Hauser, the 61 of Hamilton down to pit road. So now your race leader going to be Peyton Boyle as he comes across that start-finish line. 12 laps to go. Perkins on his move up forward through the racetrack. That 54 up to 3rd made his way around that 95 of Austin Hunt. Also made it around the 16 of Elijah Fisher and that 13 of Travis Farmer. Remember, he was kind of in the back of all these guys. He didn't have a great start to this sequence, but it looks like he last pitted 34, so he's got a few laps fresher tires, maybe able to hang on to his stuff a little bit better back here right now. Coming to 11 to go. The battle for the race lead starting to heat up right now. Let's take a look, because I know that car behind him definitely was challenging, but Peyton Boyle in that 3 out in front. That number 1 of Hayden Williams behind him. He's been gaining a little bit every lap. Look at that gap there, side by side, 2 wide. 95 of Hun with the bump. There to Boyle in the 3, that outside lane, what a run. Perkins follows through there as well. Hun up the 2nd. Perkins up to 3rd in the 54. Taking a look, starting to gain per lap though, so definitely a possibility we're going to have to take a look at. Perkins to the inside of the 95 now. Can he get around 10 to go as we come to the stripe? Battle for that race lead. The 3 of Peyton Boyle out in front. Hunt sitting there back in 2nd. Doing pretty well in that 95. Trying to hold off that 54. He got up to 3rd. Making his way through that 1, the 13 as well. But can he get around this 95 and the 3? That is the question. Five-car battle for your top 5 right now. They are all within 0.2 of a second of one another right now. This battle absolutely heating up. This is what you fans want to see coming to the close of a race. That 54 down to the bottom of the 3. Boyle side by side with Perkins, going down into one for our race lead right now. Hunt, he's back there. He's going to have to contend with the 13. Farmer to the outside of the 95 in the 13. He's got some help from the 1 there of Williams. Down that back straightaway, the 95, no help on the bottom. Falls back to 5th in that top 5 group. Still very tight battle right here. 0.6 of a second separating your top 5 right now. Coming to 8 laps to go. What a race by these drivers. Now, the 3, he lost 2nd. Farmer up to 2nd in that 13 machine as well. He last pitted on 35, whereas Perkins pitted on lap 34. The 2 newest tires out in front. So this might be a car we gotta watch. That number 13 of Travis Farmer. Hope everybody having a great Wednesday night here. The Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series here at Pocono, the Tricky Triangle. Only 3 turns. Interesting racetrack here, I must say. Coming to 7 to go. 7 laps left here tonight. Hope you guys all having a great one. Big shout out to the sponsors here of Inspired Racing League. Big thank you to Mad Performance Paints, W Energy, and Inspired Marketing LLC. Everything that all you guys do here for the Inspired Racing League. Perkins, new race leader, out in front, able to get by the 13. Perkins out in front in that 54. He was on a tear. The 13 of Farmer sitting back in 2nd. Who's got it? Who is going to take it home here tonight? 6 laps to go as we come across the front straightaway. Hop up on our chopper. Taking a look at these front 5. Just how tight they are. A great look from behind. See just how yawed out these trucks get through these turns. It's such an amazing sight to see. This finish definitely gonna be a wild one. Cody Jacobs out in the chat. Yes, sir, definitely. On the edge of my seat, this battle not over yet. Williams in the 1 down to the bottom. He's looking for more. Perkins still out in front now, side by side. Is that number 1 and the 3 of Boyle. The help down on the bottom, Hunt and Williams working together. But now the 3's got the draft of those leaders. Not able to get it done. The 1, no more help from that 95. He works to the outside. Perkins sideways. What a save. What a save by Perkins. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a look back at that real quick. Farmer, maybe just a little bit of a nudge to that back end of the 54. What a save by that 54 machine. Wow. Slightly up into that outside wall, but my, oh my, wow. 5 laps to go, and I'll tell you what, it's heating up for the race win. The 13 now out in front. That's Travis Farmer. He laid the bumper to that 54. It didn't look intentional, but it happened. Now sitting up in the catbird seat, that number 95, Austin Hunt, trying to make his way around that race leader right now of Travis Farmer. Let's go ahead, pop up our onboard cam on that roof of this 95 of Austin Hunt. Little bit of our telemetry as he hunts down that race leader right now. As we come 4 laps to go, 3. When we come to the stripe next time by, coming out of 3 this time. Let's take a look. Gaining a little bit per lap the last 5 laps. That 95 started to gain on that 13. Only 3 to go. I don't know if he's got enough time. It tells us he catches them in 4 laps, and that is not enough time. I can math, and that is not mathing. I'll tell you what. Still not out of it, though. The 1 of Williams and that number 3 of Boyle still right there. If something happens out front, they are definitely there in contention without question. Coming to the stripe 2 laps ago. Left at Pocono. Fortunately, Perkins falling back to 5th. He has fallen about 2.8 seconds back from that 3 of Peyton Boyle. So that contact there with the 13, enough to put him back far enough to, I think, be out of contention, unfortunately. Two laps to go. Coming to the white flag, Austin Hunt. The 95 peeks a nose. Not enough there, though. The 1 of Williams. Boyle back in that 3. Do not count any of them out. White flag about to come out off of turn number 3. Quite possibly for the last time. White flag in the air. Side by side, Farmer down to the bottom. He wants some. Hunt out to the outside of that 95. Who is gonna get it done here? Hunt still on the hunt, but does he have enough? Falling back to 3 of Boyle, back in 3rd. Williams back in 4th, off pace. The 3 with the run. He goes up to the bottom on the inside of Hunt. Hunt a little wiggle, a little loose off of 3. Can he hang on to 2nd? Down the front straightaway we go. Contact. Farmer gets it done. Farmer wins at Pocono. Austin Hunt able to hold on to 2nd place there. And Peyton Boyle in that number 3 machine, bringing it home on the 3rd step there of the podium. What a race here with the Platinum Truck Series. I just can't even believe it. That was absolutely cinema. That was such good racing here tonight. Take a little look at our race recap. Only 2 caution flags, and they were early, so drivers definitely doing a good job here tonight. 3 lead changes and 56 laps total, it looks like. But I don't think so. They went green the whole way. That is not accurate. Perkins, a little tap there to Farmer, celebrating his top 5 as well. He had a good run here tonight. But tonight's race winner, that number 13 machine, what a great job. Travis Farmer bringing it home here tonight. What a good job, Travis. Rob Willite in that 15 coming out to celebrate a little bit with them. Like that 15 ended up back in 14th. Still burning it down now out there with the 15. I think he blew it up there. I heard it go kaboom. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a look here at our race results real quick. Travis Farmer coming home with the win tonight. Austin Hunt coming home second. Peyton Boyle third here tonight. 55 total laps. What a great race. I will tell you what. 3 green flag lead changes between 5 different drivers. 2 caution flags for a total of 5 laps here tonight. Travis Farmer, the hard charger, up 15 positions. What a great job there by him. Caden Perkins, the most laps led, able to come home with a top 5. 34 laps led for him. Great job. Austin Hunt, the fastest lap with a 54.785. Good job by him. Pole position by Hayden Williams. Hayden coming home with a top 4 there in 4, or top 5 there in 4th, excuse me. What a great race here at Pocono. Wow, oh wow, drivers definitely putting on a show here tonight. I'll tell you what. Big shout out Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Mad Performance Paints, everything that you guys do here for the Inspired Racing League. But here for Greg Thielsen, Push the Edge Productions. We're going to be right back. We're going to go ahead, head over to Victory Lane and get in touch with that number 13 driver, Travis Farmer, and then get to talk there with Austin Hunt and Peyton Boyle. Stick around. We're going to be right back here from Victory Lane. Don't miss a moment. All right, we make our way over to victory lane here with our race winner, Travis Farmer, in that number 13. Unfortunately, a few technical issues, so my podium not showing up correctly. It shows Hayden Williams winning, and he did not win. So we're going to just get that out of the way. Not quite sure what's up with that, but 13 driver of that number 13, Travis Farmer, buddy. How did you get it done here tonight?
Oh man, I just feel like it's a lot of patience and trying to be easy on my tires, not push too much, not overturn it. Other than that, Elijah helped me a lot with my pit strategy. But for him, I probably wouldn't.
Some great calls out there, able to slice and dice your way up through the field. A good job seeing that. I love the racing out here tonight. 2 caution flags. Great racing, great racecraft shown by the drivers out there tonight. Tell me a little bit how it was. There were still some really close side by side battles, but tell me as a driver, how was that firsthand out there, buddy?
Oh, it was absolutely excellent night, man. Everybody drove good. We had some good close racing all through the pack. It was great, man. I'm looking forward to some more racing like that.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely a great night here tonight. I'll tell you what, that 13 of Travis Farmer looking good on top of the podium, though. Uh, Coming home, a lot of laps led as well. You got to get out front and take care of that car out in front of that number 95, Austin Hunt, trying to hunt you down there at the end. Tell me a little bit about, I got to touch on it there. You get a little bit of contact, I do believe there with that 54 of Perkins and sent him up the racetrack. You got anything to say about that incident right there?
I mean, I hated it happen. It almost happened before that, a couple laps before that. I tried to go around him, and he was really aggressive and blocking. But I would get my nose in there, and then he would come up, and I'd have to let off. But that last time, I just didn't let off. I hate it happened, but it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely a part of racing. It was some hard racing. You were very close there. I wasn't quite sure if there was contact. I had to rewatch it back. We were still green, so I had to check up that replay real quick and check. And I think there was, but it might have been very, very minimal. Just giving them a little bit of that bumper, but ended you up here on top of the board. So that's what you want to see. That 13 bringing home the win. Congratulations once again. But before I let you go there, Travis, who you got to thank getting up here on the top of the board?
My whole team, pretty much. Yeah, my whole team. I had Backer Motorsports team out there, I think. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have made it. I got to thank them for the broadcast.
Well, I appreciate you coming out here, buddy. Thank you very much for stopping by. Your Pocono winner here tonight in Pocono. What a great night of racing, Travis Farmer. Once again, congratulations, buddy. Hope you have a great rest of your night.
All righty, man. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
All right, that driver of that 95, Austin Hunt, able to bring that machine home in second tonight. Tell me a little bit how that race went for you there, pal.
I thought it was pretty good. It was a good fun race. A lot of clean racing. I don't know, it was just took my time with it, and that's where I ended up.
Definitely a good hard night of racing. A lot of those drivers side by side and still making it work. I didn't see much 3 wide there tonight, fortunately. I don't think this track really lends itself to 3 wide other than maybe down the front straightaway or back straightaway. But tell me a little bit about that racing product tonight. It looked really fun as a driver. A few long green flag runs there sprinkled in at the end, and then a decent run there in the middle of the first 2 cautions. Tell me, how as a driver was it out there tonight?
I felt pretty good. The trucks were nice and free. They weren't super tight where you were about plowing into the wall every corner. So that made it a lot more fun. And, I mean, the only thing that was tough is passing somebody on the inside. You almost had to go around the outside of them to get around them completely.
Kind of build that momentum up, get a run, and get around them on that outside, like coming out of a turn type of deal.
Yep, that's it. If you can make it to their outside before the straightaway, you almost guaranteed to get around them.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of the draft coming into play. A lot of drivers kind of sneaking up behind each other, giving each other some bump drafts there. I believe it was you and that number one working pretty well together there for a minute. Uh, how was it working together? Was that air really important there too?
I mean, I don't think it was super important. Like I realized pretty quickly down the front stretch that I wasn't going to push the one car past the three on the outside, so I just jumped up to the outside to gain one more spot. Didn't even never tried it again. So
Copy that. I got you. Well, great run out here tonight, Austin. A second place finish here at Pocono. Great job, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next week. We head to Martinsville, a little more short track racing. What you got over there?
it was, I think that one's going to be all about survival. If you can survive the carnage, you'll come out on top, or at least pretty close to it.
Yeah, just making it to the end. If you are going to win, first you must make it to the end. So definitely going to be a something you got to make it to the end for to come home out on top. That is for sure. Well, Austin, who you got to thank before I let you get out of here? Congratulations once again. Who you got to thank getting up here on the podium tonight?
The wife for giving me the free time to sit down and do it. She holds the fort down with all our kiddos, and then of course you guys for putting it on TV and everything. You know, Elijah and all them for running the whole league, and then my group over there at 4D Raceway.
Great job, buddy. Once again, the driver of that 95 truck, Austin Hun, coming home in second tonight. Great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you next week, pal.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're going to go ahead and grab that driver of the number 3 truck, my first pick there in the giveaway, but I realized somebody else picked him, so I gave him up. But I just wanted you to know that, Peyton, that you were my first pick for the pick tonight, buddy.
Where was the spot for? To win it?
For the win. Yes, sir, for the win. I thought you had it, pal. I saw that speed in the 3 truck.
Yeah, I think what kind of screwed me was I came in a couple laps early on tires, like to pit for tires, and it just I couldn't carry the speed all the way through that last run. I mean, I gave it my best shot, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah, the 13 was extremely fast. So was the 95 and the 1, and I got the best of Hayden coming through the. I think it was turn 3 that I made that pass, but yeah, it just wasn't enough to get the job done, unfortunately. But take a third place finish after getting wrecked out last week. So.
Well, great job there tonight. That number 3 truck looking pretty strong out there. I love the Good Wrench old throwback scheme. It reminds me a lot of the trucks that I try to build, that black, gray, and red. Big paint scheme livery for me. I love the black with the gray and the red accents. It really looked good out there tonight. But tell me a little bit about the racing out there. A little bit of a different racetrack. Of course, only 3 turns here at the Tricky Triangle. So how was it racing out here tonight with these fellow race car drivers?
Honestly, the racing was awesome. It was probably one of our best races of the year. But it was really frustrating in the way of like trying to make a pass. Because if you went for a pass, you basically either if you didn't complete the pass, you're gonna get freight train on the outside, or they're just gonna get a run on you and get around you. So I mean it's kind of if you do, you gotta make it work. Otherwise you're going back a spot or 2 or more, so it's just hard to get anything rolling when you try to make a pass and you're faster than the guys in front of you, but the draft is keeping them in it because they're not leaving it and you're leaving it and you're pushing all the air once you step out of that, so it slows your truck down. Draft just basically was the equalizer tonight. I feel like we had one of the fastest trucks all night. It just wasn't quite how it was. And real quick, I know you said that you like the paint scheme. I do have some special stuff on it. On the right above the windshield, it says "Cancer Sucks." On the front, the hood, it says JSTO Gaming, which is Just Stories gaming brand. It's been a really rough time for him, so I got him riding with me, and it finally feels nice because I ran the scheme last week and got wrecked out too. So it feels really nice to put it up on the podium and be able to, spread the good feelings.
Definitely some good feelings when a Cancer Sucks paint scheme up on the podium. That's always a good one to represent for sure, because cancer indeed does suck. But that number 3, definitely fast out there. I kind of noticed that you were talking about that draft, that outside lane, those cars, especially down those long straightaways. We got 3 of them here at Pocono. So if you were able to kind of get to that outside lane before that driver, either in front of you or before behind you, and hook up with that draft on that outside lane, you were kind of getting moved up to the front.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of an interesting experience trying to learn how to pass. This is actually on iRacing. It's my first race at Pocono in the trucks and all anything. So I've raced Legacy Pocono, not raced actual Pocono, but it wasn't that much different. Just a little bit more grip. So
Yeah, that's good to see. Well, Peyton, congratulations once again, coming home at the podium here at Pocono. But before I let you go, pal, who you got to thank getting you up here on here, the podium?
definitely gotta thank Jess Story. He was spotting me all the way through it because he's a cup driver. He usually works tonight, but he usually works on Wednesday nights, so he doesn't get to race. But he had tonight off and was like, "Let me spot you, give you some tips." And I was like, "Absolutely." So, I mean, I obviously worked, got me a podium, so I'll take it. Want to thank the rest of my Global Motorsports crew. A lot of them are MIA or not around tonight, so it's kind of just it was a lonely VC with us too. But outside of that, it was a fun race, and just gotta thank the league for putting it on and all the competitors for coming out and racing. It was a great time. So
Awesome, I appreciate it. And Emma reminded me, you were my second pick, so I picked Caden, found out he was picked, and then I picked you, and you were picked. So I did not pick
I'm
you
offended.
first, but hey, you were my second pick. You were on my mind there. You were.
Yeah, I'm offended. I'm offended I
up.
wasn't your first pick, but you know we'll live with that. So maybe next week. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe next week. Well, good talking with you, Peyton. Emma reminded me out in the chat. I forgot it. It goes by so fast, you kind of forget. I remember I picked you though. I knew that. I knew that much.
Yep. Well, hey, we
But
got there in the end.
yeah, we got up there on the podium. So one of my picks up there on the podium. Love to see it. Well, congratulations here tonight once again, Peyton. Good talking to you, pal. Look forward to seeing you over there at Martinsville next week. That looks to be an interesting one.
It will be.
Well, congratulations, buddy. See you next week.
See ya.
All right, well, coming to a close here. What a great night of racing. I don't see if this will actually show. It'll show the right result. So Travis Farmer coming home out on top. Austin Hunn, Peyton Boyle, your top 3 here at Pocono, 2.5 mile speedway. 55 laps here tonight total, 137 miles, zero green flag lead changes. That's not correct. 2 caution flags. I think it was for 7 laps. Yeah, some of this data not coming through correctly. Not quite sure what happened there. Sorry about that. But Travis Farmer, the hard charger. Caden Perkins, the most laps led. Austin Hunn, that fastest lap. And Hayden Williams was out on the pole. It was such a great time with all you guys out there tonight. I appreciate you stopping by if you're hanging out here with us live. Everybody who stopped by, from Emma, Teresa, thank you. Two Flash TTV, Cody, thank you, buddy. Zipper, Jason. I saw Scott out there as well. Pretty sure I saw Elijah stop by. Saw quite a few fans of some drivers out here tonight. Hunty out there as well tonight. We saw quite a few people. Let's see. We got anybody else? Mr. NASCAR, thank you as well, buddy. I appreciate each and every single one of you stopping by, hopping out in the chat. Axel stopped by. Appreciate him. Caston Carson, Caitlin, thank you so much. Little Skittle stopping by as well. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Let me see who else. I know I'm missing somebody. Rob, Cage Ego, thank you for stopping by, buddy. And I think that's everybody, but that's everybody I'm going to cover. Thank you guys. For Greg Thielsen up on the booth, I appreciate you here. from Push Edge Productions. We are live on the Push Edge Productions YouTube, over there on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Hope you guys checked out all the fun here. Race 8, season number 2, here at Pocono with the Platinum Truck Series. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, and Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do for the league. But again, here for Greg Thielsen, that is it. Until next time, push the edge and find the limit. Thank you guys. Have a great Wednesday night. Get some good sleep. We will be seeing you guys over Saturday with the Thunder Series. Have a great week. I appreciate you all. Thank you and goodbye.